Hi, everyone. I'm Stephanie Wiscott from Deeply Rooted Learning Center. First off, I want to thank everyone who came out yesterday to our homeschool convention and open house. We had such a wonderful event. It was beautiful. Sarah and I, were overwhelmed about how many people showed up. We knew people were interested, but we had no idea the huge interest that actually showed up. And then today, I apologize if I haven't answered your email yet. I got a ton of emails, messages on Facebook, text messages, and so did the other girls, my other leaders with Deeply Rooted. So thank you for reaching out. Sorry to some of you that couldn't make it. A lot of you have asked me if you couldn't make it, what was going on. So I wanted to take a minute to just kind of debrief everything that took place yesterday. So we welcomed everybody into our new space as an open house. It's just beautiful. We have this big gymnasium space that we're going to be running our holiday parties or any of the bigger events that we have. There is talk. A lot of the moms are jumping in this year, so we have a lot more help than we have in previous years. But we would like to have a science fair. We've talked about a talent show, maybe a Christmas play, maybe some Thanksgiving plays, things like that. So that'll happen in that gymnasium space. We also have a library, which is located upstairs in the building. It turned out absolutely beautiful. We have so many volumes. I don't know the exact count because we haven't even finished putting them all in the computer. We just had a group of young girls that are going to volunteer their time to help us plug them all into the computer. But I want to say there's like 3,000 volumes in there. So it's amazing. It's a beautiful library, table, some games. We've got computers donated to us. We have a mom, Tree Anderton, who is a photographer. She's one of our right-hand men at Deeply Rooted. So she's going to be teaching a photography class in that room. We'll have some story times in that room. We are looking for some moms to volunteer some more story time hours because we have a lot of the little guys that would love to continue with story times. So if you're interested in teaching, we are still looking for parents to help us with that. And then really whatever other classes parents want to teach in the library, that'll be there. Now, also upstairs, we have our new art room, we have two big tables in there. We have a little section, a little nook for our sewing machines. So we have a sewing station in there. I will be teaching handicrafts again this year. So we'll be doing those in those rooms. Tree's also going to be doing her sprouting artist class again in there. So we'll have a lot of different art classes taking place in there. And then upstairs also we have our Montessori classroom, which is kindergarten through second grade. That program is ran by our friend Jeanette. She's a wonderful Montessori teacher. So her class still has a few spots. If you're interested, reach out through email and I will get you in contact with her so you can sign up. But her class runs from Monday to Thursday, 9 to 1, and she covers everything. So you can talk to her a little bit more. She does offer that whole time, and then she can also let you pick, if you just want to send the kids a couple days too. So she's flexible in that. So we'll get you in contact with her so you can get some more information. Now her class is paid because she's there for such a long time. So you can talk to her about the finances. The other classes that we offer at Deeply Rooted are all free, with the exception of field trips. Sometimes we have to charge for the field trips because we have to pay the places. So that just gets a little bit too much for us. But everything else has been ran by donations and through grants. So we thank you everybody who donated last night. If you still would like to donate, the box is always in. It's going to be in the library set up. We really appreciate all the help we can get. Whatever you can contribute is wonderful because some people can contribute more. So that's why we leave everything free at Deeply Rooted, because we really want the homeschool family to feel like they can and they're not strapped by finances because they can't afford to do any of the classes. So that was always our mission, to make it available to every homeschool family to take our classes. So last night we had us there, and we had a couple different organizations from the county talking about what they offer to homeschoolers. So we have Art of Gymnastics and Cheer. He was performing up front. He does a class during the day. We had Shannon Duvall with her co-op. Terry Vance is a reading specialist. She was there. We had Innovate Academy. They were there. Gosh, now I'm trying to think. We also had Cape Christian Academy, Mr. Spriggs, he's wonderful. He was there. He does like an a la carte at the school. So if you don't want to go full time at Cape Christian Academy, you kind of pick and choose some classes. We had Lindsay Frazier there. She is our troop leader for the American Heritage Girls. We had a huge sign up for that last night. So looks like we're going to have 3 different troops, 3 different ages. So if you're interested in getting involved with that, please let us know. I'm sure I'm forgetting some people. Lynn was there, and I'm going to give you a little bit more about our teachers. Our teachers are set up around the room as well. So let me share my screen with you. One second. All right. So let's just move back. So I want to show you, if you go onto our webpage, because this was one of the questions we got asked a lot, was how do we know about the calendar verse, what's going on and whatnot. So this is our homepage. It's at www.deeplyrootedrc, as in Kate May.org. So if you head on to the website, right at the top here, we have home, and then you want to click on events. And once you get to events, you'll see our flyer from last night. And then we have the Deeply Rooted calendar. So if you click on that link, it'll take you right to our calendar. Now, I was expressing to everybody last night, we are using this new program called Planning Center. So we're still working out all the tweaks. You have to remember, we are homeschool mamas. So we are limited on the amount of time that we get to work on everything. So there's been a lot more added this year. So just be patient with us. Everything that we gathered last night, all your signatures and stuff like that, or not signatures, your signups, were wonderful, and it gave us great data as far as our co-op, and I'll explain more about the co-op in just a second. But we're going to plug in all of the registrations. If you came to Sarah and I in the middle, you put all that information about your families, that'll be into our system. So the hope is when you register for these classes, everything will be right there for you. So it'll be a lot easier when it comes to it. If you are not there last night and we're not able to register as a family with Deeply Rooted, we will also have a link for that available shortly. Gina Lackey is a godsend, and she's really good at this computer stuff, so she's doing all of that for us. But she does work full time, so we're going to be patient, and as she is amazingly putting this together so quickly. So let me show you what we've done so far. You need to come back and check this calendar frequently as new parents are coming to us and they're asking if they can teach different classes. So not everything for September is on this calendar, but we have a lot. All right, so the first one, actually everything's gonna start on the 7th. So let's see, I gotta change those 2 already. Our first day is gonna be beach day. We like to start up the school year, because we're homeschoolers, as a nice fun day out on the beach, and we get all together. So you click that on there, and it gives you more details when you click on the link. It says beach day. It's going to be September 7th. That's a Tuesday. It's the first day celebration, and we're going to meet at Pittsburgh Ave in Wildwood Crest. So some of our other events that we have that I can tell you about, we have on, so then that'll be our first co-op, which will be, sorry, this changed on me to August. That was really throwing me off. September 9th is going to be our first official co-op day. So we're calling it our co-op day. And really what Thursday is going to look like is it is a bunch of classes being offered together in one day. And our hopes was, by doing that, having classes back to back, that it would give the homeschool mama or daddy, who's ever homeschooling the child, will have that opportunity to drop their children off and maybe run some errands and get some different things done. So, and the way we're setting it up for registration is it's going to be kind of like an a la carte. You're going to pick which classes your children want to do. So we have an art co-op where we're going to be doing composer study. We're going to be picking, let me just see. So artist, we have Monet is going to be our first artist. We're going to study their work, his work, and look at his paintings, replicate it, different things like that. Now, it's a co-op, and that means that if you sign your child up, you will be responsible for teaching the class at one time throughout the month, maybe every other month, depending on how many people we had signed up. We had a lot of people sign up last night, so it's looking more like you'll be teaching, you know, maybe definitely only once a month, maybe even once every other month. So we're still playing around with those teachers. But since it's a co-op, that's how that needs to run. We might even have 2 teachers because some of the classes were really big. So we'd like to keep the ratios down, and there may be especially in those kindergarten through second grade classes, we'll probably have 2 teachers teaching those. So we have artist study, which is the composer study. We also have music. We're going to be studying different composers, and that first one's going to be Beethoven. We're going to be looking at his life, his different music, listening to it, and interacting in some different ways with that. We also have a science co-op where the moms will be teaching again. We have 3 different grades: kindergarten through second grade, third grade through fifth grade, sixth grade through eighth grade. And we'll have those 3 science classes going on at the same time. And then we also have a history teacher. He is a Mr. Higgins, a retired teacher from Lower Township. He's come on board and he's going to be teaching some of our history classes. So if you can pick, and you'll see all this probably within the week, if not early next week, to be able to pick exactly which classes your child would fit best in, depending on age and depending on interest in the subject. So we'll have those 4 classes all set up on Thursday, but some of it will be intertwined with either the parent teaching, Mr. Higgins teaching, and then we also have Bill Lackey teaching a literature class to the older students. Now he's playing around with maybe even 2 classes depending on the interest. So we will get that registration. We will need everyone to sign up by August 19th because we have to buy curriculum. Again, everything is free with Deeply Rooted. So we'll be providing you with the curriculum. Science, we're using the good and the beautiful. And the unique part about that is you will be teaching 1 class to your family at home during the week. And then Thursday, we'll teach the class or teach the other lesson together. So it's a total of 14 lessons, but 7 of them will be done at the Deeply Rooted Learning Center. But with art and music and history, those classes, they're more supplementing to your homeschool. So that'll only happen that 1 lesson. Now, if you want to take it, if you're really enjoying Beethoven and you want to teach some more lessons at home, that's great. But there won't be like required lessons for you to teach during the week. That's art and music. Now, Mr. Higgins' history, I believe, is going to be the same way. And then with Bill Lackey, he's going to be picking novels. So you'll be responsible for reading those novels at home, of course, and then discussing them with him. So it's going to be great classes. I'm really excited. I'm stoked because my kids will go for a couple hours on Thursdays, and I will be able to do some other things. One of the other things that's also going to happen during these Thursday mornings, they start at 9 a.m. and they run to 1. So from 9 to 10, we're going to be offering, and I have to add this to the calendar, but a women's Bible study. And we're going to meet together right at the same location in another space than where the classes are happening. And we're going to hang out as mamas. Now, one of the moms last night told us that their older high school children would be wonderful to watch some of our babies that won't be in the co-op yet because it's kindergarten through 8th grade. So if you're interested in Bible study, it looks like we're going to have some childcare there as well. So it's going to be beautiful. All right, so some of the other things on the calendar, we have Nature Club on the 10th. It's at Coxhall Creek. And I really like this because it gives you the directions once you click on it too. So if you're not sure where any of the nature clubs are or any of the other places when we're not meeting at our center, you can just get the directions here or see it in the maps. All right, so then Monday, September 13, we have a new teacher, Miss Lynn, who is from the CEF community. She's also has her office at Cape Community Church, where we are located now for Deeply Rooted. So she's going to be teaching a missions class, evangelism, and then this one's really cool, surviving the money jungle. So I thought that's great. And her 3 classes are 9, 10, and 11 50-minute classes, and they will be for 10 years old and up. So she's doing those classes. We have a new club Sarah and I are leading, which is the Ecology Club. We're going to be meeting on the 3rd Wednesday of every month. This is a class that we're going to be identifying trees and plants. We're going to tie in our community garden in the spring. We're going to be doing identifying trees especially maple trees, and extracting the sap to turn it into maple syrup. If all goes well, we're working with Stockton University with this club, so that'll be really cool. Having their teachers come in too and talk a little bit more about trees and maple syrup and all that. And we're going to bring in beekeepers and anything ecology related. So that's going to be a really great club. We have our annual community cleanup. We do 3 of these a year. This is a fundraiser for us. We've raised $500 for the Learning Center, and that gets thrown back into all these classes to providing the space and the supplies and all the other things. So please, the more people we have, the better the turnout is. The kids always have a blast picking up trash, and that's behind the Walmart. We'll be taking care of that. We have Tree Anderton also taking pictures for us on September 23rd. More information will follow with prices. She was there talking last night a little bit about it, but it's set up all day. You'll have a sign up that you can come in. Kids will already be there for the co-op if your child signed up for that. So she'll just, if you want your child's picture taken, she'll pull them from class, take their picture, and then put them back in class. So that, mark your calendar for that. Let me see if there's anything else unique. And then we hit October. Some of the dates are in there too. I know we have our, well, we don't have a plugged in there, but we will have a holiday fall party in October as well. So you can check out the calendar. It has the whole year, all the events that we have scheduled so far will all be in there. And then eventually, when we get the registrations set exactly the way we need it, you'll be able to click on the event and then register your child. So I hope that helps. I know I had a lot of people reach out to me today. I just wanted to give you a really clear picture of kind of what's going on at Deeply Rooted, and we're so grateful that you're joining us. The Lord has just provided so much to us, and I am so grateful that we can serve him and serve you here in Cape May County. So from Sarah and I both, we thank you. From all of our mamas that helped out last night, thank you so much. And we really look forward to continuing a relationship with all the new people we met yesterday, and just have a great school year. So God bless you all, and reach out if you have any more questions. Thank you.